Hey guys, it's Mrs. Garcia. Let's go over the assignments for this week. We are on novel unit week 4, and this week you guys should have at least three-fourths of your novel completed. So, um, one thing that we added into the slideshow this week is this slide, which says if you have any questions to click for to schedule a Zoom conference. So if you click this, it's gonna show a link down here that you can open. And when you open the link, it lets you fill it out to schedule a Zoom conference with us. So once you fill this out, you'll put your name, your email. Are you doing a Google Hangout or a Zoom or a phone call? And then you pick a day and a time. And what do you need help with as far as your Zooms? Then you'll submit it. Before you make plans to meet with us, wait until you get an email from us saying your time has been confirmed. All right, so our to-do list for this week is we are going to characterize, we're going to summarize, and we have to get three-fourths of our novel done. Grades are starting to be posted and hack for you guys again. So if you or your parents need help with how to check grades, you can click this link here at the bottom and it'll show you. So the first thing is a characterization mini lesson. Most of you guys know characterization by Walter, which we learned about in class, but we're going to be talking about character traits and character inferencing. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to watch this video. So you'll press play. And then after you watch the video, you're going to drag these words to their correct line. And then you'll move on to the next slide. On this slide is the notes that we gave you guys in class this year over character traits. You will need this, but don't worry, we hyperlinked it. So whenever the assignment comes up, I'll show you exactly how that works. So on slide 8, you're going to be talking about your protagonist, which is the main character. A lot of us had confusion with that. The protagonist just means main character. So who is the main character in your novel? You're going to tell us here in a complete sentence. Please, 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 please delete the dots and continue the sentence. Don't type after the dots. Next, you're going to tell us what your character looks like, and then you're going to describe 2 character traits. So this is the part I was talking about. So you need to look at the list. You click here for the list, and it'll take you back to slide 7 so you can look at them. So once you decide what character traits you're going to use, you will type that character trait here, and then you have to give me an example. So if I say caring, I have to give an example of how that character was caring in the novel. And if you need to see an example of this, I am attaching my example slides that you can look at to refer back to if you need help. So you'll need 2 different traits and then explain both. Next, you're going to look at some character inferencing videos, and then same thing, you're going to drag these to the correct line. After that, we're going to do a character inferencing activity. So this one is talking about what emotions is the character feeling and how do you know. So again, sentence stems here, fill in the blanks, change character name obviously to your character's name. And then for this one, describe one thing that the character did that changed the way things were going in the story and give a thoughtful answer. Same thing, change this to your character's names, fill in the blanks accordingly, and make sure they're complete sentences. I forgot to mention, but I'm sure you guys already know, these buttons down here are for volume. How do I say that? For volume. It's not volume. It's for the audio on your slide. So if you need to hear the directions read to you or what the slide says, click those buttons and it will read it aloud to you. For this one, press play, drag these to the correct line as well. And then we're going to move on to summarizing. So, summarizing. We have this somebody wanted, but so. We're not going to do the then this week. We're just going to do the somebody wanted, but so, because we haven't finished our novels to have the resolution. So, who's your main character? Type their name here. No complete sentences on this one. What did the character want? What did they want there? What was the problem? Here's the problem. And how did the character handle or try to solve the problem? You'll type that there. If you need to see an example, once again, I attached my examples for you guys to look at. Next, you're going to type all of that into a summary. So we gave you a template to use. You do not have to use our template. You can delete it and write your own summary, but it has to be at least 4 sentences. But basically what you're doing is taking what you did on this chart and putting it here. So In my book, you'll insert the title. My main character is whoever. In the beginning of my story, you're going to describe what happened at the beginning. The main character wants blank, and you're using the chart. So what did they want? So you'll put that. And then it says, but, and your but's right there. So really, you're just taking everything from this chart and putting it in sentence form or paragraph. Yeah, sentence and paragraph form so that it flows better for your summary. And if you need an example, look at my slides for an example. Extra credit this week is to find or create a picture of your character based on the description in the book. This does not mean find a picture of the person from the movie or find a picture of the person from the cover of the book and then paste it here. Based on the description, if you know your character is a young, blonde teenager with freckles, you can Google blonde teenager with freckles and post it here because that resembles your character. Do not type in, if your character's name is Frank, don't type in Frank from the book, blah, 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 and find a picture and then post it here. And then the last slide just gives you just a heads up of what's happening for next week. Remember, our novels have to be done and completed by next week because you're going to be doing a plot diagram and your final projects will be coming soon. But that is all. If you guys need help, just remember that you can reach out, as always, to me or Mrs. Garza, and we are here and willing to help you. If you need to schedule Zoom, remember on that third slide, click the picture, and there's a link right here. Oh, whoopsies. There's a link down here that you can click on to schedule a Zoom with us.